Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Does Boxing. Back with another one. I got my man JC in the building. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Salute. So yeah, we back once again to break down these new IBF rankings. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, it's not really. I had a chance to take a look at it. Not too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna touch on it. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run it down like we always do. So we're gonna do a little screen share and we're gonna get to it, you know what I'm saying? For sure. So yeah, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment, you know what I'm saying? If you got a question about your favorite fighter, feel free, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to ask any questions, all that good shit. So heavyweight, of course, we got AJ Usyk, September 25th. That's next week. You know what I'm saying? Big time fight. Can't wait for that. You know what I'm saying? Usyk, the unified champion. He got 3 belts. So that's what's up. So the number one guy is vacant, you know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to get filled by Philip Herkovic. Remember, he's supposed to face Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter went down another route, WBA route, and so on and so forth. So it is what it is. But we'll see what happens with that. I know Herkovic, he just fought last weekend, and there's talks about him facing number 15, Martin Bacoli, who's fighting this weekend. So we'll see what happens with that. Charles Martin. So waiting on Charles Martin to see what he got. I know he's been calling out a lot of fighters and stuff like that, but we'll see. The only real chance I see at heavyweight is number 6, Tony Yoka. He jumped up a couple spots. I think he was number 9 last month. Now he's number 6. He just fought last week. You know what I'm saying? Good performance. I mean, he dominated Peter Milas. I thought that was gonna be a more competitive fight, but shit, Yoka put it on. So he had a nice stoppage victory. And let me see who else got something coming up. Oh look, Aldo Wallen. This heard news. He's gonna face Dylan and White. That's a good fight. October the 30th in the UK. I like that fight. Good fight. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Huey Fury has a fight coming up. October the 15th. He's facing Christian Hammer. Still waiting on Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz on the PBC. Joe Joyce, he might have a fight coming up in the fall. We'll see. There's talks about Parker versus Shazor, so it's a lot of stuff gonna be going on in the heavyweight division. Of course, we know the big fights is coming up with AJ and Usyk, and then Wilder and Fury on October the 9th. So yeah, it's a lot of shaking that can be done in the heavyweight division for sure. Cruiserweight, so Breeders is the champion, of course. I think he's the number one guy. Now there was talks about him facing his mandatory, the number 2, Mikhail Sheslak, from Poland. That's a good fight, you know what I'm saying? But I seen something where Breeders made running back with Dodikos. I like that fight too. But as you see, that may be just a rumor and just talk because Dodikos is not in the rankings. So that might not come to fruition. So I'm hearing Breeders should be back. I heard he was gonna come back next week, but I mean, I haven't seen nothing on it. The fight I want to see at cruiserweight is Breeders versus Coley. Now, Coley coming back next week. He's a WBO champion. That's a hell of a unification and one of the best fights that can be made in boxing. Real talk. But in cruiserweight, not too much change. I see number 14, Evgeny Tavchenko. He's up in there. He just won a WBC. I think it was a intercontinental or international title last weekend over Khrushchev. That's a good fight for him. But nothing too crazy at cruiserweight. Moving to light heavyweight. Arthur Barrett BF is the unified champion, WBC, IBF. He was ordered to face Marcus Brown. That purse bid was due Friday, September 17th, but both sides asked to negotiate some more, which means they're probably closer to a deal. You know what I'm saying? So the purse bid has been rescheduled for September the 28th. So give those guys more time to strike a deal, and I think that works out best. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, especially when you got guys on different sides of the street. So that's a good fight. You see Marcus Brown, number 7. Phelan Me, he supposed to be the mandatory, but he been having issues getting over here. I don't know what's going on with him. But Waxy, okay, so the change from last month, but Waxy was number 3. Number 2 was vacated. Now y'all look down, number 15 is vacated. That's crazy. I don't know why. But okay, but Waxy is getting close to a title shot. Hopefully, we'll see but Waxy back pretty soon. Maybe the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? He had a good performance. He got tested in his last fight and he came through. So, yeah. So that's what's up. And then other news in light heavyweight. Waiting on who Bivol gonna fight. They talks about him. I know he lost out on the Canelo sweepstakes. So maybe he'll face John Ryder, who just had a win last weekend. I like the Zerto fight. I think Zerto and Bivol is a good fight. That's a fight we need. Joe Smith Jr. is gonna defend his WO title versus mandatory Summerloff. That's October the 30th. That's a pretty decent fight too. So you know what I'm saying? We'll see. All right. So 168. So of course we got the big fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed. Canelo versus Plant. That's November the 6th. That's a big time fight. Can't wait for that one. Then the mandatory. So what happened? I know a lot of people get confused with this, how certain people get opportunities, but um the IBF ordered the mandatory between the number 3 guy. He's the highest rated guy, Shevdenko, and he's going to face off against Caleb Truax. Now I know we like, damn, Truax just had an opportunity. He just lost the title shot versus Caleb Plant, but this is how this worked in the IBF. So Shevdenko is supposed to face number 4 Adios, but Adios he went down the WBA route. First he tested positive for COVID, and then he went down the WBA route. So that took him out the running. So they go down the list. I know this kind of confusing to some people, but this is what they do. They go down the list. So number 5, you got Uzcategui. He's scheduled to face number 6, David Benavidez, November 13th. That fight got postponed from the August 28th to November 13th. So that let you know. So those two out the running. Danny Jacobs, number 7. He got a deal with Joe Smith Jr. He gonna get the winner. He gonna face if Joe Smith Jr. win in October. He's gonna fight Joe Smith in New York the top of the year. You know what I'm saying? So he out. Zach Parker, he's the WBO mandatory. So why would you fight for another eliminator if you already the mandatory? You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Then you got Shishkin. He just tested positive for COVID. He was supposed to face Shevdenko, but he tested positive, so they went down in line, and then they got to Truax, and Truax didn't turn it down. So that's why Truax he's in position, and he's gonna fight. They're gonna fight October 15th in Germany. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. For the rest of the rankings, nothing really changed. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the same. Um, just want to touch on that IBF eliminator though. That's coming up. Okay. All right, let's move on down. All right, middleweight. All right, let's see what's to it. So middleweight. So the of course Triple G is the champion. Haven't seen him in the ring since last December. He's talking about facing Murata in the unification New Year's Eve in Japan. That's a big fight over there. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fight for real. They're gonna do some numbers over there, but you know it's not really too big over here. Um, they have the IBF or the Eliminator too. The number 3 guy was Seshik versus number 5 Fakal. That fight was supposed to take place August 28th. He said Triple G done, son. Yeah, I think so too. He just buying his time out, bro, for real. But Fakal and was second. They were supposed to fight in August. That fight got postponed. They got moved to a top rank card. So it's supposed to be on the Navarrete Joet Gonzalez card. I'm not sure. They just announced that card. Maybe it slide to the Bud Crawford Porter card. I don't know. But that fight is for the final eliminator. And looking at these rankings, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know middleweight division is down right now. The champions not fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And then when they fight, they fighting guys we ain't never heard of. We gotta go to BoxRec and do all this type of YouTube research for their opponents. But it is what it is. Moving to 154. So Jamil Charlo, so he was ordered to face this IBF mandatory background Matazuliev. Um, they put the deadline gone and passed. So that tells me they already got a deal. Probably waiting on dates to open up on the PBC side. We know you got a couple of fights coming down the stretch. So that's the fight I see. I can see Jamel Charlo having a hometown fight, but that fight is next unless Charlo vacates or they work out another step aside agreement for the IBF mandatory. Let me see. So Koke, Tim Zoo making noise in Australia. He trying to get a good name down there. He got a fight coming up, but he got a date November the 7th. So we'll see. We'll see if he can get somebody down there. They was talking about Tony Harrison, but that fight was never real, never really a negotiation. A lot. I mean, a lot of a lot of stuff going on, but that fight was never real. The only thing I see that really changed, Austin Trout, he moved up to number 4. He switched with Ted Cheeseman. So maybe Trout go down there. We'll see. Ted Cheeseman got a big fight coming up. He's facing Anthony Fowler October the 9th. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Charles Conway picked up a victory last month. Good performance. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Adams. It's some good fights. You can match these guys up either way you want. You'll have some good fights. Troy Williamson he'll be back on that card. Um, damn, who he fighting, bro? I forgot. No, he facing. Hold on, my bad. I said that wrong. Ted Ted Cheeseman is facing Troy Williamson. That's my bus. And Anthony Fowler is facing Liam Smith. Okay, there you go. That's on the same card. That's my bus. Let me see. J Rock has come back on the Wilder Fury undercard. So I'm not sure who he gonna fight. I'm guessing he gonna face a lesser opponent coming off a shit almost 2 years layoff. And he had a couple of surgery. He had an eye surgery. He had an elbow surgery. So we'll see. Now I heard so possible another possible name came up for Tim Zoo is number 15, Takashi Inoue. So that'd be a good fight. Inoue always come to fight. All right, moving to welterweight, we got of course unified champion Earl Spence Jr. who is out for I don't know how long he's out with the eye injury, but I'm pretty sure he out for a good little minute. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do with his because he got an IBF mandatory like going on. I want to say it's 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Overdue. His last mandatory defense in the IBF was June 2018 against Ocampo. That's a long ass time. So I'm not sure if they're gonna do an interim title. Um, I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure Spence did a medical exemption, so we'll see. But his mentor is Quasatilo Akadorov, so we'll see what happens. Sean Porter and Bud is coming up. That's a that's a big, highly anticipated fight. Pat, they still got Pac number 3. Boost Ennis. Now he's number 4, but he's facing Thomas Delorme. I want to say October the 30th. So that's a good fight for him. That's a fight he should win. They got Virgil. So the biggest jump I seen, Virgil Ortiz was number 15 last month. Now he jumped to number 5. So that's what's up. Rashidi Ellis, number 6. I think that's a fight they can make. You feel me? That's a good fight. They on the same side of the street, same promotion company. Um, that's a good type of fight for Virgil Ortiz. But Virgil Ortiz been looking good. Conor Ben, he moved up a couple spots. That's cool. They done moved Cassius Clayton all the way down to 13. He was like number 5 last month, so it is what it is. David Avenesian has a fight coming up October the 2nd in the UK, so that's what's up. At 140, we got undisputed there. Josh Taylor coming back December 18th against Jack Catterall. That's a pretty decent fight. Good look. That's a good mandatory defense for him. Ponce number 1, he won an eliminator. Matisse, I'm thinking those guys may fight may fight each other or because Josh Taylor, I'm not sure how long he's gonna stay at 140. I think after this mandatory, maybe he had one more fight, maybe a Teofimo Lopez fight. That's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fight. Maybe he stay down for that. But these two guys, 1 versus 2, they may fight for an interim title or fight, or be the fight for the vacant title when Josh Taylor eventually moves up. 140 is one of the most dangerous divisions in boxing. Like real talk. Like look at this right here. I mean, Paro is a good boxer from Australia. Chef is a killer. Regis is a killer. This Andy Harako, now he's a stablemate of anyway. He's not really proven, but he's a good fighter. Venezuela, he went to the UK and beat one of their guys. Robert Easter, you got Brandon Lee. You know what I'm saying? There's some good talent at 140. Gadasev from Uzbekistan, another good one. So I see Montana Love comes in number 12. So that's what's up. He had a big victory over Baranchik, stopped him late, put on a clinic, you know what I'm saying? Good performance. And it was a big time event. So that's what's up. So maybe he got something cooking. I like to see Montana Love versus Brandon Lee. That's a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight. Brandon Lee rocked with Showtime, so we'll see. So yeah, definitely some movement at 140 pounds. That's what's up. Okay, moving down. All right, so 135, Teofimo Lopez gonna finally make his IBF mandatory defense versus George Kambosos. That's October the 4th. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad this saga is about to be completed. Pitbull Cruz number 2, he won an eliminator. We'll see. He got a nice rank in all the sanctioned bodies, but I got him picked for Tank, but we'll see. I could be wrong. It's just how I look at it, how I'm looking at some things. He said there's some decent smoke. Yes, sir. Yeah, finally. Yeah, it's some good fights now that can happen. Let me be the matchmaker. I have all these dudes fighting. They be mad at me. But yeah, Pitbull Cruz, Lee Selby. Lee Selby's name been coming up to face Devin Haney. So we'll see. Richard Comey, his name been rumored for Lomachenko. Lomachenko number 6. So lightweight got some decent names and stuff like that. I see Maxie Hughes. So that's the biggest change. He took Straffion's spot after he took Straffion to school. And I missed that pick. For real. I had Straffion, but Maxie Hughes boxed well. My man laughing. Yo, Maxie Hughes in the running to get Devin Haney as well. So we'll see. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to see Comer. Yeah, I like that fight too. That's a good fight. That's a tough test for Haney too. You know what I'm saying? Good fight. That's a big punch. That might be the biggest puncher he faced. 130. So the title's still vacant. Rodmanov was supposed to face Ogawa, but I guess he's injured. So the IBF is going to move with number 2 Fuzili versus Ogawa, and I think that fight might be in Japan coming up. So be on the lookout for that. But finally, this belt gets since my man JoJo vacated, he lost the belt on the scales. I mean, this belt, it's important because there's a lot of stuff going on at 130. Chris Colbert, he just got a purse bid for next week scheduled versus Roger Gutierrez for the vacant, well, not vacant, but for the WBA title. So it'd be one belt at 130. And then you got Heron versus Shakur. And then Valdez, we already know the situation with him. So we'll see. So yeah, 130 can get cracking. Featherweight. So Kid Galahad supposed to make a defense in his hometown, probably late November, maybe December. Not sure who he gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, when you trying to pick these opponents, you gotta go to the rankings. And I listen to what they're saying. They want like a little. I guess they want to. They fight a hometown fight, so that tells me after you win a title, you go back home. You want a lighter touch. That's what it tells me. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lightbulb, salute to you, bro. He said I got Fazili. Should have been fighting for. Yeah, facts. That's a good point. Fazili looked good. I was at that fight live. When he stopped Martin J. Ward. Yeah, he looked good. His power he got sneaky power. I didn't know he cracked that hard. So yeah. I like him. Um, so trying to figure out who he gonna fight. I don't know. I can't say like you got Mauricio Lara. He just got that crazy cut. Will he be ready in time to fight in November? I don't know. Mark Maceo, that's a good fight. But he went down the WC route. He a PBC guy with Manny Pacquiao. I'm not sure. Now, last weekend we seen Luis Lopez Vargas. Um, he said his name different, but this the same. That's the guy that beat Gabe Flores. I would love that fight. If they can get that fight, Kid Galahad versus Lopez, I'm with that. That guy can fight. But we'll see who he picked. Now, something interesting in these rankings. Number 13, I can't pronounce his name. Andronak Garagaryan, something like that, from Russia. I know he's 14-0 with like 2 knockouts. Excuse me. He just popped into the rankings. So maybe that's an opponent for Kid Galahad. You know what I'm saying? He's a short guy. He like 5'4", 5'3". He's short. I don't even think he's 5'4". He looks short as hell on film. Maybe when shit like that happen, you never know. You know what I'm saying? He said free smoke. Yeah, Lopez. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want that fight. Yo, Lopez. Yeah. Yo, can you imagine Lopez versus Mauricio Lara, bro? That should be crazy. That should be crazy. Moving down to 122, you got MJ, the unified champion, IBF, WBA. You know what I'm saying? So he's supposed to be fighting Ronnie Rios. That fight supposed to get announced any time now. I mean, that shit been done. They waiting on the date. Maybe it lands on Mikey's on the card, October 16th. Mikey supposed to be fighting in Fresno, so maybe I don't know. I will see. So he'll have a mandatory in the IBF. He just fought a mandatory in April, and then he about to fight another mandatory in the WBA. So we'll see. Um, so looking at this, so going back to Kid Galahad, now in the IBF rules, they have something where you can request to face the champion in the next division, and it's talks about him facing a domestic opponent. So that takes me to number 8, Martin Ward. I mean, excuse me, Thomas Ward, who's a good boxer. He's like 30-0, not a big puncher, but he can box. I can see that fight. He fight with Matchroom. He fought at 126 his last fight. So maybe that's a fight they make. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You never know. Up in Smoke Tour, man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, bro. Damn. Mm. I don't know who will win that. That would be crazy. What's good, Andres? Salute to you, bro. Good evening to you. I appreciate you coming through the building for sure. Excuse me. So, this one last point in the 122 number. Let me see. It's a fight coming up pretty soon. Number 10, Brad Foster. He's going to face Jason Cunningham. That's October the 9th. That's a Frank Warren card. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with that. That should be a pretty good matchup, though, for sure. All right. So, we moving down. Let me see where we at. All right. So, Bantamweight, anyways, the unified champion. Not sure what he got. He don't have a mandatory in the IBF. He just fought his mandatory. He supposed to come back December. Oh, I want to see him unified with Casemiro or running back with Donaire. Either one I take, but we'll see. Lee McGregor, he's the highest rated guy in 118. He is not ready. I seen his last fight. Although he's a good prospect, still learning. He got some defensive things he got to shore up. He got dropped in his last fight, but he came back in the next round and stopped the guy. Not sure if he's ready. A good test for him be against Lee McGregor versus Paul Butler, former world champion. That'd be a good fight to test to see where he at. Let me see. Notable names: Jason Maloney. You know what I'm saying? Good fighter. Just beat Joshua Grid Jr. Yeah, Gary Antonio Russell, who's supposed to fight this weekend on the Fulton undercard. He had a tough fight coming up too. So we'll see. Rashid Warren, I like him. Yeah, yeah, Rashid Warren. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to see Rashid Warren. Shoot, I like to see him get the Casemiro fight. Shit, you never know. You know what I'm saying? He's number 4 in the WBO. That's a good fight. So yeah, Rashid Warren definitely had a good performance, and he deserves some smoke for sure. So we'll see with 118. Um, you got 115. So Jeremy Kaha's supposed to come back. I forgot the date. He's supposed to come back. I want to say and Kaha's might be on boots on the card. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know the opponent and nothing like that, but we'll see. 115 at the top. Hopefully we'll get Chocolatito versus Strada. That fight got pushed back. The trilogy. And then of course Son Ramazan versus Quadros. They can run that back. But yeah, 115. 115 got some smoke. Francisco Rodriguez can fight. He just fought Aoka. Aoka is a WBO champion, so he fits in line with this. 112, Sonny Edwards. So Sonny Edwards supposed to fight last weekend, but he had to pull out. Or this weekend, one of them. Or was it last weekend? I forgot. Last weekend, he sprained his ankle. So many Japanese summarizing these 4 divisions. Yeah, it is. Great job they're doing. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of them. That's good. That's a good eye right there. It's a lot of them. 112. So Sonny Edwards, like I said, his fight got postponed versus Jason Mama, the number 3 guy. Um, Ricardo Sandoval is actually the mandatory, but he probably had to wait his turn. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a contract with Mama, so we'll see. Wasim, I see he got a fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. You know what I'm saying? This division is real. It's kind of good. They got 4 champions, and of course, like I always say, when I get down here, these smaller guys got to start unifying for sure. 108, same thing. I like Phil Alvarado. He's a big guy. He has a mandatory. The African kid right here, Save. I can't even know his last name, but he a good boxer. That might be a good fight to make right there. Alvarado versus Suave. So we'll see. His mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Gonzalez. He's a WBO mandatory. He got a fight coming up with Elwin Soto. That might be on the Mikey Garcia undercard too. DJ Krill is coming back October the 2nd, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, what else? What we got left? So we got 105. So yeah, man. I'm gonna say I can't say this enough, but these lower divisions, they don't get no love like that. One they small, two, a lot of their fights, a lot of the fighters are from Thailand, Japan, smaller, they from over there, you know what I'm saying? We don't get to see them unless you got a crazy stream early in the morning. So, yeah, they got 4 champions their division too. They definitely got to, you know what I'm saying, do some things. So, yes, sir. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Like the IBF, pretty solid with their rankings. Now their top 15 teams from top to bottom in some divisions are not the best. They be having some kind of, fugazi mandatories, like they'll come out of nowhere. But I have to give them props because they actually follow their own rules. You know what I'm saying? So if you become mandatory, you basically did what the IBF asked you to do. You know what I'm saying? And for most cases, if you're the IBF mandatory, you're gonna get your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Except for some of the divisions like at welterweight, Quadratilo been mandatory for like 2 years, but Spence got in an accident and then he trying to fight the big fights and stuff like that. But we'll see. Actually, I think Spence coming back off the eye injury, he should just go ahead and fight his IBF mandatory. That's just me. That's just me. But I understand he proved that he don't have to do that because he came right back and fought Danny Garcia. So I'm not saying, but that's what I would do. Just get it out the way so it won't hinder you down the road. You know what I'm saying? I like Melvin style. Melvin, the kid, all the way down there at 150. Hold on, let me go back. I think the Melvin. Which Melvin? Melvin Jerusalem. Yeah, from Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those guys can fight, man. They really technically sound. They really technically sound, bro. I think if one promoter invests in this the one division and just showcase them and have everybody fighting each other, do like a do like a season, like how they do with the PFL. That's how we get to know these fighters. Do a season, do an 8-man season. Now do a season, and then the top whoever they go into an 8-man tournament. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Just to get notoriety to 105 pounds because they're actually some good fighters, but you know what I'm saying? They over there fighting. We don't really know too much about them like that. But yeah, man, the guy want all the smoke. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. So I want to salute everybody coming through the building, man. I appreciate it, man. Just coming here, rock with me, talk about these rankings. You know what I'm saying? Really much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to follow me on my social media. You know what I'm saying? Twitter at OverJ is scrolling across the bottom. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Ask me questions behind the scenes. It's all good. Instagram, L Does Boxing, same thing. Hit me up. It's all good. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? What's up, D Hodges? Salute. So yeah, man. Appreciate you guys once again. That's my time, and I'm out.